Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Mindful Monday. After a few technological snafus, it's awesome to be here with you. Awesome. And I wanted to invite you into whatever pose feels most awesome for you in your yoga practice this morning to start. So I am in Sukasana, the seated pose. And if you haven't noticed, every pose, as you're getting into your poses, I'll just yap a little bit. Every pose in yoga has a certain essence, and Sukhasana is, for me, a pose that gets me really grounded. I'm connected with the surface beneath me, and I feel when I sit up nice and tall, I feel like I'm here. I'm ready. I'm present. Right, in Sukhasana. So in Shavasana, where we're in corpse pose, where we're completely on the floor and the whole body is making contact for the most part with the floor, that's more of an open pose of receptivity and surrender. For me, that's my experience. Mountain pose, when we're standing, to me that's a pose of resolve. Like we are here, standing in space, taking up space, present to what is. It's a strength, it's a courage pose. So every shape that we make creates a different sensation in the body and a different experience of being in the world. So if you hadn't noticed. So as you get settled, in your most awesome pose this morning, just allow your eyes to close or your gaze to soften. And settle into that pose and just take a moment to notice the essence of the shape you're making. And it's a little bit different for each of us. And then notice what you brought to the mat this morning. Notice how the body's feeling as we start our day. Notice the sounds in your space. Notice any aromas. I have this beautiful candle burning that Ruth gave me, one of our 9 o'clock Mindful Monday students. I miss Ruth. And it smells really yummy. Notice the experience of your breath. So just your natural breath. How's it feeling this morning? Just starting to pay attention to the experience of inhaling and exhaling. And see if you can soften somewhere, maybe the face, the jaw, the brow. Allow your hips to relax on the mat wherever they are in whatever shape they're in. And then soften the belly, invite in a deeper inhalation. And we'll lengthen it, filling up to the count of 4 or 5. And just pause at the top of the inhalation. And release the air, whatever way feels most awesome to you, through the mouth or the nose, this first couple of times. Breathing in again, fully. Being careful not to let the shoulders draw up to the ears. And exhale all the air. Slowly, mindfully. And then on this next one, just let the lips close gently. And breathe in through the nostrils. See if you can focus even more on the breath as you inhale. Feel the nose hairs as you breathe in. And as you exhale, feel the warmth that is generated by your own body as the breath gently caresses your upper lip. And take a few more breaths here. We'll just breathe together, starting this day in a little bit of silence. So Rabbi Abraham Heschel says that awe is the beginning of wisdom. And the capacity to cultivate an awareness of awe in your life is good for us, good for our mental health, good for our physical health. Even studies have shown that those who are able to appreciate a beautiful sunset or something very mundane, someone holding your hand, a breeze, a beautiful sunrise, the ocean. We're a little more positive, we're a little happier, and we can actually improve our health as well. So we'll just take a practice of awe, and this is where I really miss our in-person classes because we could have some good conversations. So as you go through your day today, perhaps you will be more aware of the awesome things and maybe snap a picture. You can share it on my Instagram if you have Instagram. I think I'm Connie Bowman, actress yogi, or Connie Bowman, actress, something like that, author yogi or something. Anyway, awe. So when you're ready, blink your eyes, your awesome eyes open, and sit up nice and tall from wherever you are. Come to a comfortable seat, prop yourself up as you are able, as you need. And then just draw your awesome shoulders up to your ears and loop them back, drawing your shoulder blades together. Take a couple more shoulder circles, just waking up the shoulders here. And keep that breath nice and smooth. Good. Nice. And then as you inhale, take your arms up and out and reach up and look up. And then take your palms together and draw them down to your heart center and exhale and let your chin come down to your chest. Good. We'll start to move a little quicker. Inhale, reaching up, scooping up all the awesomeness, and exhale. Chin comes down to chest, bowing. Take one more. Inhale, reaching up, looking up. And exhale. Good, beautiful. Hands come to heart center, chin comes to chest. And just pause here. Let's think of one thing that makes you think of something awesome. Just one thing. So many things to choose from, right? When you're ready, blink your eyes open. Inhale, reach up, let your palms touch, and then take your right hand over to the right and just lean over to the right. Take your gaze to the left. Good. Keep both hips on the floor. Inhale, reach up and look up. And exhale, take it over to the other side. Just some gentle side stretches here. We'll take a couple more. Inhaling as we lift, and exhale as you lean to one side. Good. Inhale, lift and look, and exhale, lean. Good. Maybe getting a little deeper with your side stretch with each round of breath. Good. Just the fact that we're here together on a Monday morning, another Monday morning, it's pretty awesome. On this next one, reach up and look up And take your palms together, draw them down to your heart, and we'll pause here. Hands to heart, Anjali Mudra. Let your eyes close. And then release your hands down to your legs. And just with your eyes closed, take your chin down to your chest. And then take your right ear over to your right shoulder. Keep the shoulders nice and dropped. And then take some chin circles over to the left. So we're just gentle semicircles working the back of the neck. Just moving, just small little movements, just being gentle with the neck. And then if that feels okay, take your nose in a circle in one direction and just draw some circles in front of you with your nose. Only if it feels okay on your neck. You can make the circles as big or as small. Just observing sensations. And whenever you feel the need, just make those circles go in the opposite direction. Amazing. Good. And as you're ready, just pause and let your shoulders drop down again. Bring your chin parallel with the earth and just sit up and notice. Notice any changes you may have elicited in your body from just that small amount of movement. And then change the cross of your legs. And anytime you feel like your legs, your knees are bothering you, you can always just release your legs forward. But if change the cross of your legs and bring your hands together, or let your palms rub together so you can create some heat in your palms. Good. And then take your palms and just cup your eyes. Just gently place them over your eyes. And take a nice full deep breath. And exhale to release it. And just feel that heat that you generated in your own eyes, in your own hands. And then take your two fingers, your pointer finger and your middle finger. Give your eyes a little massage. Just rubbing your eyelids. And then take your fingers and give your temples a massage. And then take it down to your jaw where the jaw bones meet. Massage there. And then take it all the way down your jaw. Give your whole jaw a massage. And then take your right hand to the back of your neck and then your left, and just right over left. Give the back of your neck a massage. Good. And then pause, let your hands relax. Maybe palms open, and just pause here and notice. Take a full breath in. And a nice long breath out. And then blink your eyes open. Take your gaze forward. And then let both eyes move up toward the ceiling without moving your head in any direction. And then take your eyes down to the floor. And then take them back up. And then take them back down. Good. One more time up. And one more time down. Good. And then take them up to 12 o'clock, and then we'll take them over to 1 o'clock, 2, 3, just rotating the eyes in a circle, going clockwise to start. Good. Without moving the head, we're just working on the eyes here. Good. And then if you feel like you've smoothed out any rough spots in the circle, you can go a little faster maybe. Good. We'll take one more round. And then close your eyes, rub your palms together again, create some heat, and then cup your eyes, soothe them with your own healing energy. Take a full breath in. And a long exhalation. And then release your hands, blink open your eyes. We'll take it the other direction. So take your eyes up to 12 o'clock and then go the opposite way. So 11, 10, 9. Going counterclockwise this time. Good. And once you feel like you've smoothed out any rough spots, You never know. There's usually a rough spot somewhere in there. See if you can speed it up. Maybe take those circles a little bit faster. Good. So good for the eyes. And we'll take one more pass and then blink your eyes closed. Bring your palms together, create that heat again, and give yourself one more soothing eye. Awesome soothing eye opportunity. Take a full breath in. And a long breath out. Nice. And then release. Open your eyes. Shake it out. Shake it up and down and all around. Yeah. So good to just shake it out. Release. You can release anything out of your fingertips. I don't know. Some energy yoga teacher taught me that, and I kind of like that. Send anything that no longer serves you out and away to be released. And then take your hands behind you. Bring your feet hip width apart. Plant them on the floor and take some side to side motions with your knees. Just windshield washing your legs side to side. Good. Excellent. Lift your toes off the floor, keeping your heels on the floor, and then lower your toes, lift your heels. Lower your heels, lift your toes, and lower your toes, lift your heels. Excellent. Good. And then we will come to one side and come over to our tabletop, placing a blanket under your knees. Let's see, finding the best way to lay your blanket or your towel down. And then spread your fingers nice and wide. Let your fingers come underneath your shoulders. Give a little Sophie shake. Little shake as we come into our tabletop. So knees under hips. Drop your belly. Inhale, lift your gaze. And as you exhale, take that rounded Halloween cat shape. Notice how this shape feels. If it's not awesome, just take it a little less until you're ready to go deeper in the shape. Moving with the breath. Exhale as you press your belly into your spine, rounding. And then inhale, belly descends, gaze lifts. Move a few more times through this cat-cow just to wake us up this morning. So good. Excellent. On this next Halloween cat, just press the mat away. See if you can press more firmly into the mat and really draw your belly into your spine. On your next inhalation, come back through table. Take your knees as wide as your mat. Bring your big toes to touch. We'll come into an extended child's pose. Now, if your hips don't want to come down towards your heels, you can tuck a nice blanket in between your legs, a folded blanket in between your legs and your hips. And that gives you a little more support. If this just doesn't work for your knees, we will be heading into our downward facing dog, so you're welcome to join us. But if you are in extended child's pose and this is starting to feel really awesome, see if you can walk your fingers forward a little bit more. Take a nice big breath in, and as you exhale, let your hips descend. And on your next inhale, lift up just slightly and walk your hands over to the right. Get a side stretch on the right side. Take a nice full breath in. And as you exhale, we'll take a walk with our hands over to the left and get a stretch of the right side body. Breathing in. And exhaling out. Good. Come back to center. And just pause here. Maybe rest here if you're feeling okay. Turn your palms up. A gesture of receptivity, and just notice what this pose, what is the essence of this pose for you, this shape. going to be different for all of us, but this is a more introspective pose for me. When you're ready, take another breath in, lift on up, come back through table, and take your hands a little further up your mat, so maybe a half a hand, a couple inches, a few inches, and then just lift your knees off the mat as you tuck your toes, lift your knees, and press your heels back toward the mat. We'll come into our first downward facing dog, so make it a conscious one, a mindful one. Just bend your knees, one knee at a time. Spread your fingers nice and wide, pressing into all the finger joints. So good for any arthritis, especially if you press into all those joints and really bring blood flow to all those joints. And then once you get kind of walked out, press your heels to the floor and find some stillness in this pose. And just notice the essence for you. What is this pose creating for you? What sensation? Yeah, just really paying attention. We're stretching the backs of the legs, getting a nice stretch of the back, but we're also engaging core and shoulders. It's a lot. And when you're ready, we're going to move any accoutrement and then take a slow walk to our forward fold. So coming to the front of the mat and then bending your knees as much as you need to. Come into your forward fold. So maybe that for you feels awesome in ragdoll. Reaching for your elbows and letting your head hang down. You can even bring your belly down to the quads, to the thighs. Yeah, just let the head dangle. Shake it yes and no. Relaxing the back of the neck. Take another full breath here. And notice how it feels upside down. This is always sort of a wonder pose for me. Anytime I'm upside down, it's like seeing things from a whole different perspective. But for some people it doesn't feel so awesome. So don't stay anywhere that challenges your balance too much or makes you feel dizzy. But when you're ready, we can come out of this into a half tabletop. So Ardha Uttanasana, we can come into our halfway lift. And on your exhale, just refold just briefly. Bend your knees, root to rise, inhale. And let your arms reach up for all the awesomeness. Reach up. And then take your palms together above your head and draw them right down the center of the body through the center line until they land right at the heart center. And let your palms rest there. Press the thumbs into the sternum and draw your shoulders back. And just, we'll pause here in Anjali Mudra in mountain pose. And just notice your feet are planted. Bring your awareness to your feet. And bring your awareness to your legs and your hips as they support you so beautifully, awesomely. Good. And if your eyes are closed, blink your eyes open, bring your arms out wide. We'll come into a full out mountain pose. So broad chest, open heart, grounded. Here we are, right? Take a full breath in, fill up all the nooks and crannies of the lungs. And then as you exhale, sink your hips back down. We'll come into a chair pose. So the pinkies are drawing toward one another as you frame your ears. Your knees are bent. You're scooching your hips down slightly. Take a big breath in. This is a strengthening pose, right? Open up to the right. We'll take a little twist. So take the right arm back and the left arm forward. Good. As you inhale, we'll come back through chair pose. Did I call this chair pose before? It is chair pose. Sink down a little bit more like you're really almost sitting in a chair. And then take your left arm back and your right arm forward. Opening up here. Good. On your inhale, come back in through your chair. And on your exhale, we're going to swan dive forward, straightening the legs a little bit more, coming into our forward fold. Inhale to your half lift. And exhale, take your hands to the floor, step back with your left leg and then your right leg. And then lower all the way down to the floor. Here we are. We're down in our bellies. Let your forehead come to the floor. Keep your hands by your side, by your shoulders. And just notice how it feels. The whole body, prostate on the floor. Not prostrate. Prostate. Holy moly, I don't know. You know. Anyway, wiggle around. Shake your hips right and left. And just feel that sensation of this shape. Sort of a surrender. Anytime your third eye is on the floor, you're going to be more introspective, I think. That's just me. Breathe in and take your hands by your shoulders. Tuck your elbows in and we'll open up. Take a little heart opener. Little bitty back bend. Baby cobra. Breathe in. And breathe out. Exhale. Come back down. Let the floor support you. Rock your hips right and left. Just release tension in the lower back. And when you're ready, inhale. We'll take a little bit more of a back bend here. Maybe coming up a little higher if you're feeling good. Only if you're feeling awesome. And then exhale down. My kids used to say awesome so much. I was like, really? Is it that great? Yeah, it is. Okay, we're going to come back up. Come on up through table, tuck your toes, lift your hips, come into your downward facing dog. And hopefully that feels awesome after that back bend. Come slowly into it. Walk it out if that feels good. Nice big breath in. Good. And as you exhale, we're just going to lift the right leg up high to the sky. And then bend your knee, open up that hip. Take some ankle circles here with that right ankle. Go the other direction. Yep. And then re-extend. Inhale. And as you exhale, look forward. We're going to step this foot forward. Bring it forward however you are able. You can even lift it forward. And then lower that left knee, coming into our Anjali Asana. So the left foot is on the floor, left top of the foot, and just lean forward. And open your heart, scooch your shoulders back and down. And feel that stretch in the left hip flexor. And just notice how this shape shows up for you in your body. Is it awesome? I really love this shape. It's a nice stretch for me because I run and walk. It just gets into the nooks and crannies of that left hip flexor. So let's breathe here for another round. Good. And as you're ready, take your hands to the floor, tuck your left foot, lift back up into your downward facing dog, and land here. Notice how that feels. Notice the difference between the right and left leg already. Make sure you're spreading your fingers nice and wide, and then lift your left leg up high, point your toes, and then open up. Yeah, open up. Get that hip opener, that dog in a fire hydrant. Open it up. And then take some ankle circles here. Notice if your right heel is coming up, kind of press that right heel down toward the floor. Take your ankle circles in the other direction. And then inhale, extend that leg. And as you exhale, we're going to step it forward, coming forward into our lunge on this side. Good. Bring your hands up to that left quadricep and lean forward. So I have lots of cushioning under my knees. If you're on a hard surface, I really recommend blankets under the knees whenever we're in these lunges. You can just tuck them in there, move them in and out as needed. Good. So lean forward, draw your shoulders back and down. Breathe in. And breathe out. Excellent. On your next exhalation, whenever that is, tuck your right foot, take your hands to the floor, and step back again, downward facing dog. Good. Press your hips high this time. Let's take a breath and press the heels back toward the floor, lifting the hips, getting that length in the spine. Breathe in, breathe out. And then on your next inhale, take that right leg up to the sky. Look forward, and on your exhale, we're going to step forward. Take your right foot over to the right side of the mat, and then take that left foot, spin it flat so it's at an angle and it's on the other side of the mat. So you've got quite a little bit of space between your legs, and then reach your arms up. We'll come into warrior one. So notice this shape. It's a little awkward, so we're twisting toward the front with our torso a little bit to accommodate this warrior pose. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, flip your palms, take them back behind you. See if you can find them, clasp your palms together, and then send those clasped, palms down. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale and look up. And exhale. See if you can stay here. Notice this, maybe a little bit of wobbling here as we begin to challenge our balance. It's awesome, right? And on your next exhalation, we're going to come forward. As you're able, just take your head forward. So it's going to be a little bit of a forward fold here. So lift your arms up. We'll come into a more of a surrendering pose here, right? Humble warrior. And it is very humbling because you do want to rock from side to side. So just keep your breath slow and smooth. We'll take one more breath in. And exhale, release your hands to the floor. And step your right foot back. And step your left foot back, coming back into downward facing dog. Good. Notice how that feels. Maybe building a little bit of heat. It's okay, we'll cool it down soon. On your next breath in, lift that left leg up to the sky. Find your awesome length. Keep pressing into that right heel. And on your exhale, look forward, step forward. Left foot comes to the left side of the mat. And then take that right foot, spin it so it's at an angle on the right side of the mat. And we'll rise up, warrior one. Good. So sink into that left leg. So you're really getting some energy into that left quadricep. Draw those pinkies toward one another and the shoulders down the back. Good. Nice big breath in. Maybe look up if you want to challenge your balance. And then flip your palms. Take them behind you. Clasp your hands the funky way. So the other thumb, the thumb that wasn't on top, place that on top this time. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Take a nice big breath. Puff up the chest. Draw them together. Squeeze. And then as you're ready, only if it's awesome for you, come into your humble warrior pose. So bringing the head below the heart, lifting the arms above the head, pressing equally into both legs as much as you can. Awkward. Little awkward pose, but good. Good. It's good to make yourself feel a little awkward every once in a while. It's humbling, right? Oh, good. Exhale. And on your inhale, release your hands. Take them to the mat. Step your left foot back to meet your right. Lift your hips, downward facing dog. Excellent work. Walk it out. Take some breaths. Do what feels right. Nice big breath in. And a nice big breath out. And then on your next breath in, lift your left leg high one more time. And on your exhalation, step it forward. We're going to spin the right foot to flat, coming into warrior two. So there is an angle there. And the left foot this time is crossing the midline of the right foot. So right in that arch is the intersection of the left foot. But you got a nice stretch here So pressing into that left knee, which is right above the left ankle, and pressing into the right side of the right foot. So sometimes that wants to lift up. See if you can press into the feet, really grounded. And notice, what is the essence of this warrior two pose for you? Gazing out over your fingertips, your left fingertips. Good. One more breath in. As you flip your left palm, lift it up, lean back, peaceful warrior. Breath in. As you exhale, come back down into your warrior two. Nice soft face. Even though we're really using our legs, engaging our muscles, we can still have a calm, nice, awesome demeanor. Good. When you're ready, we're going to straighten that left leg. Maybe almost straighten, maybe just a little bend in that knee. Lean forward, coming into our triangle pose. So the left arm comes down, the right arm extends up. Good. Nice and open. Maybe take your gaze up toward that right palm. Excellent. Take a nice breath in. And on your exhale, rebend that knee. Come back into warrior two. Breathe in. Breathe out. Excellent. As you're ready, take your hands forward to your mat. We're going to spin that back foot as we take that left foot back to meet the right, coming into downward facing dog. Excellent. We're going to take that right foot up. We're going to play here. Reach high. And on your exhalation, take that right foot to the front of the mat, bending that right knee over ankle. Take the left foot, spin it to flat, and then check your arch to ankle alignment. Extend your arms and gaze over your right fingertips. So arms coming out from the shoulders, sinking into the right leg a little bit more, right knee over right ankle. You've got this. Breathe in. Excellent. Breathe out. When you're ready, flip that right palm. Send the left arm down, the right arm up for peaceful warrior. Leaning back, stretching that right side body. Breathe in. Breathe out. And we'll take the arms back out, coming into our warrior two again. And then gently straighten that right leg. Lean forward just a little bit. And then take that right hand down, the left arm rises up. Here we are in our triangle pose. A little bit of balance here, it's okay. Wobbling is awesome. Just notice how it feels in the shape. Whole different shape, whole different essence. Take one more breath in, and on your exhalation, warrior two. Come back into warrior two. Draw those shoulders down and away. And then think about what we're going to do. So we're going to take our hands to the mat. We're going to spin that back foot so it's facing forward. And then come in to a plank pose. So plank pose or knees down. Your choice, yogi's choice. If you're in your plank pose, make sure your hands are under your shoulders and your fingers are spread wide, and make sure you're smiling. Draw your belly into your spine. We'll be here for 2 more breaths, or come down to your knees. So if you're on your knees, we're going to slowly lower to our belly. If you are still in plank pose, you're hanging in there, rock forward on your toes and just bend your elbows come all the way down. And just make a pillow, turn your head to one side. You earn this. Shake it out. Rock your hips from side to side. Breathe in and breathe out. Excellent. Nice. So bring your forehead down to the mat, to the center of the mat, the forehead. Good. Take your right leg, draw it right on up towards your shoulder. So your leg is on the floor, your knee is drawing up towards your shoulder on the right side. Left side of the body is staying still right where it is. Just release the lower back here. Breathe in and breathe out. And as you're ready, release that right leg back. Shake it out. And take that left knee, draw it on up toward that left shoulder. Taking a little bit of time to release the lower back. Nice long breaths. Excellent. As you're ready, send that left leg back. And we're just going to unceremoniously roll to our backs. Yeah. And then hug your knees into your chest. Take some of those circles, drawing some circles on your ceiling, imaginary that is, going in whatever directions. And then making sure you go the opposite direction. Good. Come to stillness. Just give yourself a nice big hug, reaching for your elbows, drawing those knees into the chest. Let your shoulders and your head just relax down. Good. Take a nice big breath in, and then let your feet come to the floor right at hip width. And if you have a block and you would like to use it, you're not afraid to use it, tuck it under your hips. So we'll come into a supported bridge pose. If you'd like to come into a full bridge pose, you can tuck your shoulders underneath you and maybe clasp your hands and lift your hips coming into a bridge pose this way. But if you like a supported bridge and you have the block, just let it be there. And if you're up in bridge, maybe stay for one more breath and then slowly lower your way down. Good. If you'd like to take another pass through bridge, go ahead, tuck your shoulders, maybe clasp your hands, lift your hips. Come on up. Nice. And as you exhale, slowly lower down. If you have a block under there, just remove it. Good. And then take your knees, tuck them up into your chest, maybe rock from side to side again. And then we'll take our legs up toward the ceiling, reach for the outsides of the feet, come into your happy baby, and press your lower back into the mat this time. So we're moving that spine in opposite directions, just noticing the shape. What is the essence? Joy? Silliness? Good. Take one more breath in. And as you exhale, release your feet to the floor. Lift your hips just a little bit and bump over to the left and take your legs over to the right. Open up. Open up your right arm. Turn your gaze toward the right. And let this twist wring you out. So twists are detoxifying and just an opportunity to get into the kind of the deeper areas of the side body. Rinsing out the organs. And it works so much better if you take some deep breaths while you're here. So let's take a couple more together in this twist. Really good. On your next inhalation, come back to center. We'll bump the hips over to the other side and take the legs over into your twist on this side, opening up the arm, taking your gaze to the left, breathing in, and letting go. Ringing out on this side. So in yoga, we try to work every body part. This practice went way too fast. So if there's anything as you come back to center that you would like to do before your Shavasana, maybe a shoulder stand, maybe a stretching of the hamstring, or anything that would feel good, go ahead, go for it, your practice. And when you're ready to come into Shavasana, use every prop that you have available to make yourself more comfy. So something behind the neck, or a blanket, or even a blanket over your belly. Anything that will make you land in this final shape, this pose they call corpse pose, which is the final surrender here after all of our good work, where we let all the good work that we've done, all the different shapes that have given us little mini experiences, integrate. And hopefully after the practice of yoga, we all feel awesome. So just let yourself totally surrender. Rabbi Abraham Heschel says, the meaning of awe is to realize that life takes place under wide horizons, horizons that range beyond the span of an individual life, or even the life of a nation, a generation, or an era. Awe enables us to perceive in the world intimations of the divine, to sense in small things the beginning of infinite significance, to sense the ultimate in the common and the simple, to feel in the rush of the passing the stillness of the eternal. Slowly begin to deepen the breath. Bring small movements to the body, fingers and toes. And completely have the option, if you're feeling awesome, to stay just where you are. And if you'd like to join me in a seat, use the strength of your arms to bring you up to a seat. And let your eyes close again, coming back to where we started, that Sukhasana. And just notice if there is any difference in this Sukhasana versus the first one. Maybe there is. And as you're ready, reach your arms out, reach up for all the awesomeness, and draw your palms down into your heart. Anjali Mudra. Take a moment to bow your head to your own awesomeness, your own awesome spirit, and send some good awesomeness out into the world. Maybe to a person who comes to mind who could use a prayer. Thank you so much for showing up, for practicing. I hope you have a great Monday and a great week. Namaste.